Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. This is day 1 of the 13 pages of Halloween for 2023. And since Diane Reevely had just released some new stencils and some die cuts, I am going to, of course, start it off with a new stencil. But first what I need to do is I'm going to go in with the black marble paint and I'm going to cover the entirety of the page. And I'll do that and then be right back. And something that I do want to note is between each layer of paint, I do take my heated craft tool and I dry my paint. So I'm going to do that really quickly and then I'll be right back with the next step. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the new large Dylusions Coffins stencil and I'm just going to center it about where I want it to go. And then, because these are so thin, I'm going to have to be easy, but I'm going to go over with the Laidback Lilac, and it will take 2 coats to give it a solid coating like I want. So I'm going to do that really quick, and I'll be right back. Now, because there's some places where the purple went over because my stencil moved, because it's so thin and so fine, I'm just going to go in with my black Posca paint pen and touch those up because I do want the black lines to be nice and stark. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting down images. And what I have is, first and foremost, I have my borders. I just want to put one up top and one down bottom. And then I have a couple of the bodies. I have from the A Day at the Races, I have the Mel body like this. I want him over here. And then from the Ladies Who Lunch, I have this one. She's going to go to this side. And then from the Dependable Dotty, I went in and stamped out 6 of the skulls, but 2 of them I just went on and drew like little extra little things because I wanted this to be vampire themed. So one goes here, and one goes here, and then these are going to go down here, kind of something like this. Maybe I can, somewhere along that line, and then same on this side. Put him up a little higher, and him down a little lower. And then from the, let me see. Oh, the day of the races, I also have this little cap, this little hat, and I actually want it to go here. And from the Walk in the Park duo, I've stamped out 2 of these little bows. One's going to go on top of her head, and one's going to go over here on top of this skeleton head. Skull, I guess it's called. And from the Man About Town, I've stamped out this top hat, which is going, and I've kind of cut it to where it's got like a little groove so that way it can go up and underneath his head, like so. And lastly, I went in and stamped out some of the candles from the Dylusions Bake It Yourself. And I want one to go there, one of the larger ones I believe, and probably one over here. And then these 2 are actually from that same stamp set, the Bake It Yourself, except they have a little cake on. I just cut them off the cake. So this one I'm going to put over here, and this one here, because it's just a flame, I've cut it off of something else. I'm actually going to put it up behind this bow, like that. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these all colored up and get them stuck down, and then I will be right back. Alright, so since I have sped up this part of the video, I decided I'm going to pop on with a little voiceover and at least tell you the colors that I'm using. I am using, for the base color of the reds, it is the Postbox Red, and then I shadow it with pomegranate seed, and I go back over both with the Postbox Red again. I absolutely love the red and purple combination. So, and then you'll see here in just a few minutes, or a minute, that when it came to coloring the male version of the vampire, I was so stuck. I could not decide between a purple suit or a red suit. But here I am just going over and using that Postbox Red and pomegranate seed on the dress itself, but there's like little parts that look like little trim, and that is where I go in with the crushed grape, and then I shadow it with Laidback Lilac because it is a deeper purple color. Alright, here's where I'm going in, making sure to hit all of the lines really well. And kind of adding a bit in the middle because it does get a little bit, it should be a little bit darker in the middle. And this is where the crushed grape comes in, and then I will shadow it with the Laidback Lilac when I'm done. For the skull, I just went around the outside of all the little parts of the image with the slate gray because I still wanted it to have that, you know, kind of bone color. And what would be the sleeves of the dress and the little neck area, I turned it into the arms. So I shadowed it with the slate gray as well, or colored it in with slate gray, I guess. I did that to all 6 of the skulls. This is where you'll see that I really struggled with what color I wanted to make, especially the pants, the trousers. That was such a hard decision for me for some reason, even though it shouldn't have been. I stuck with the same colors throughout, only those 2, because it not only makes for easier coloring, but it also makes it more appealing to me. Due to the length of the coloring, because of my indecision, I did cut out some of it. It's mostly just the little skulls, leftover skulls, and little candles. But it was pretty much the same process. I just used the reds and the purples. Here I am starting to put my images down, and because I don't want any thing to go across that center page because it will pull up, I do split my borders in half and get them stuck down. And then what I tend to do is, if I have multiple images and some that are stacked on top of others, I will lay out the entire layout, I guess, and always draw or pull the one from the bottom and stick it down first, so that way I don't have the problem of having to lift any of them back off. Which I believe, yes, I did lay out both sides so that way I could just grab them as I went. There is so many options that can be done as far as the background goes, by the way. If you didn't want to cover it all the way over in black first, you could just put the Laidback Lilac down, and then anywhere that the stencil was, you could go in with a black Posca paint pen or any paint pen and fill in the little areas that are left over, so like the in-betweens of the coffins. However, it does take quite a bit longer to do it that way, so I just opted to do it this way. But by doing it the other way, you would get a more vibrant purple or whatever color it is you're using in the background. Alright, now I'm just going to take my Posca paint pen in the black and I'm going to outline all my images. The outlining of the images usually doesn't take this long, but because my particular paint pen was about out of paint, I had used it quite a bit, and I'm one that I like to use them until they completely run out. I don't like to waste. That's what's taken it that much longer. Otherwise, this would be literally, I don't know, maybe a full minute or so, if even that, of outlining everything. I just like doing it. It makes different things stand out, and I don't know. I like it. Now I'm just going to take my crushed grape and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to outline the inside of my tombstone, or my coffins. This is an unnecessary step. However, I like it because I feel like it gives depth to the coffins. It kind of brings them a little bit forward. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? It's always good to try things and have a play. These journals are not going to be on any showcase, therefore, unless yours are, and they may be. Mine aren't. They're just for my littles to look at when they get older. And that is it, guys. That is my page. It's kind of a darker side of the Halloween page, but I love the purple and the red as a combo. I just love it. And I had to do something with the coffins, and when I think of coffins, I think of vampires, and sorting through all of the stamps, I found these, which I really don't use any other time, so I was like, screw it, let's just do it. Hopefully there's something in this page that can give you some kind of inspiration for your journal pages, where I'm just going to do all my writing across the back here in a black Posca paint pen. Had I not went in with the purple inside the coffins, I could have used a white, but if I was to use a white Posca paint pen, it would just soak up that ink and change the white to like a lighter variation of the purple, which might be kind of cool. I don't know. But this is it, and so I thank you so very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and there shall be another one come up tomorrow. So until then, I shall see you later. I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you then. Bye bye.